Hey everybody, it's Morgan. So we are filming a video today on this look right here. It's a pretty simple look. It is just my everyday, well, I say every day, I don't wear makeup every day. I'm a teacher. I get up super early. Ain't nobody got time for that. But if I were to do simple, easy makeup, this is my go-to look, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Go-to look, no falsies, no lip liner. Heck, I didn't even put eyeliner on. It's just super simple. You're gonna see in just a minute. It doesn't take very long to do. Yeah. So if you want to learn how to recreate this look right here, then follow along, enjoy the video. And if you do like this video, I would really, really appreciate it if you would actually give it a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe to my channel. All right, let's get into it. So, to get started, the very first thing that I'm going to apply is, of course, primer. And the primer that I actually just bought because of TikTok. I saw it all over TikTok. It's been a while back since it was popular, but I bought it and I love it. Is the Revlon Blur Stick. So I'm going to apply that all over my face. And it's very sticky, which is gonna hold your makeup in place all day. So I'm just gonna apply that all over. And I personally just use my fingers to kind of blend it out. So we're gonna blend this out. So now that I have my primer on, which I didn't even realize the importance of primer, I'm gonna add a little extra right here because my pores suck right here. I saw on TikTok, I think it was on TikTok, this video of a girl applying foundation to an orange with and without primer, and you could really, really tell the difference between not having primer and having primer. You could see all the flaws and everything. So it really inspired me to definitely start using primer. So after I use primer, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I just use Wet n Wild. And this one is in the shade Soft Beige. And this one is slightly too dark for me. This was my summertime foundation, and of course it's January, so it's not summer anymore. And I normally just go in like warrior paint and put it all over my face. I kind of like a full coverage look. So this foundation is very buildable, which I like. So if I don't want it to be near as full coverage, I don't put as much on. And if I want it to be more full coverage, I just build it up. Now that I look crazy, I'm going to grab my wet beauty blender that I need to clean and just dab it all in. So don't ever rub with your beauty blender. I'm sure y'all know that by now, but don't rub. I was getting ready. So for Christmas, I got this camera, the one that I'm using right now. And it was my Christmas present to myself. But mainly because not like, oh, it's Christmas, I want to buy myself stuff. I'm so selfish. But I didn't have the heart to ask any one of my family members or Chet, my fiance, to spend that much money buying me something that expensive. But I've had my eye on a camera for a really long time. So anyways, I was doing a beginner photo shoot with my friend, and she was getting ready and she was putting her foundation on like this and just rubbing it in with the sponge, and I was like, no, we dab, 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 dab. So for anybody that didn't know, we dab, we don't rub. Now, I am going to put on concealer, but I feel like I need a little bit more in this area. So I'm going to apply just a little bit more to get more coverage. A little trick that I have to do, so I guess I just have like a really deep crease nose. So I actually have to pull my nose over. Do you see all of that doesn't have product on it? So I actually have to pull my nose over just to make sure that my nose creases have foundation on them. Now I am gonna take a little bit more foundation and just put it on my sponge, just like this, so I can bring it down my neck, just to blend my neck out and make sure that I don't have any makeup lines. Now this would be kind of okay to drag it down. If you don't want to dab on your neck, that's fine. But otherwise, we always dab. We never drag. Looking pretty good. Next, which like I said, this is just an basic get ready with me chit chat, and it's not a very full coverage, flawless, glamour makeup tutorial. So this is an easy everyday makeup tutorial. I am going to use a little bit of concealer. I use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So I'm going to use a little bit of that just because, like I said, this foundation is a little too dark for me. So this is going to help lighten it up. I'm going to put it there, in the corners of my eyes, on the side, down my nose, on my forehead, chin, all the highlighted spots. So I'm gonna do it like that, and we're gonna dab it out. Okay, so like I said, I am 26 years old and I live in Louisiana. So I'm a Louisiana girl, born and raised, but I have currently moved to a different portion of Louisiana. I'm from Bitten, Louisiana, which is up north, but I met my now fiance and he lives in Plaquemine, Louisiana, which is way down south, right? It's a little small town outside of Baton Rouge. So that is where I currently live, but I pretty much just tell everybody that I live in Baton Rouge. I am a teacher. I'm on a temporary, not like I think it's called a temporary certification. It is a temporary certification until I pass my exams, and then I'm gonna be a certified teacher. But I teach in Baton Rouge. So I'm gonna take the flat corner piece and turn it up, so that way I can get in that corner so that I can really, really blend out this concealer. One thing I really like about this concealer is I notice it doesn't crease near as bad as other concealers that I've had, and it's really, really hydrating for the under eyes. This is what we look like with foundation and concealer on. It helped brighten my face up. It helped make it not as dark, so it looks a little bit better. And then we're gonna use my favorite powder to set it. This is just a Walmart powder. It's huge. You get so much bang for your buck. I've had this one for forever and I still have it. I'm still on my very first one. I have not had to restock. So we're gonna use that to set everything. I like to take this brush, which is a dual purpose brush. I take this brush right here because it has the kind of rounded pointy tip, dab it in there, and it fits perfectly under the eyes. So I can set my under eyes with this. I'm gonna set my under eyes. My nose likes to rub off my makeup on my nose, so I'm gonna set my nose, my smile lines, and that's about it. Then I'm gonna really, really set and like bake, even though I don't really bake. So I'm gonna do that with this and pack it on, and then I'm gonna use just a big fluffy brush. These are both from Real Techniques. I love Real Techniques. So I'm gonna use both of these brushes, this one to bake, and this one to just fluff the powder all over my face and set it. Okay, so you might notice I shifted a little bit. My camera practically died. It was on like 2%, so I had to charge it. I've got it up to 18%, so let's see if we can get through this makeup tutorial. So, like I said, about to set the under eyes, so I'm just going to pour out a little bit. That powder's going everywhere. Pour out a little bit of that powder, put it on my brush, tap it off, and I'm going to press it into the skin so that I get a good set and that these under eyes don't crease. This is where my makeup likes to come off. And my nose. I don't know, does anybody else have problems with it rubbing off on their nose? Comment down below if you do. I'm going to dab it on my nose and in those deep nose creases that I have. I'm just going to press, press, press. I smile way too much. Not a bad thing. But because of that, I really want to set those smile lines. And other than that, we're going to take the fluffy brush now. Take what's still left in the pan, dab it off, and I just go in circular motions. So I do my forehead, then I do my cheeks, including my eyes, and then I just kind of press it back where that was and brush off the excess that I had. Ooh, look at the hair. That I had put on there with the small brush. I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild, I know, y'all, I need to clean my brushes. I need to clean my beauty blender. I was not prepared for that today. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is what I use for blush. And I use a NYX blush. It's super duper old. It's broken, but it is my favorite and I cannot find it anymore. It's their high definition blush and this is in Bitten. I don't know if you can see it on the back. Can you see it? It's very, very pigmented. So I literally just take my brush and I 1, 2, 3. And most people blow it off. I half the time don't. But I just kind of dab it on there. And then circular motions. Just to get some product on these cheekbones. To get a little bit more definition because I do have a very round face. So, I like the look of a lot of blush. That's just me. 1, 2, 3. Dab it on there. If you don't like this much blush, you don't have to put as much. But don't judge me for my very blushed face. Okay. Now that I have that, I'm going to tap my brush in there one more time. This time I'm for sure going to blow it off. But I like to put some blush on my nose. I just feel like it gives that super sunny, sun-kissed summer look. And then I'm going to go right here and just kind of blend it in and do this motion so that it kind of blends together and it's not just like blush, blush. So I kind of want it to look like I have a little sunburn. I know that sounds weird, but that's what I like. I need to get another brush for contour because I just used the same brush. I know that's probably so frowned upon, but I'm going to use my Shade Light palette. Once again, super old, super worn down, as you can tell. But I am going to take this shade right here, dab my brush in it, and I'm going to use that right here. I like to figure out where I'm going to put it, suck my face in, and do the little fishy look. And that's going to help me figure out where I'm going to put it. Now, I don't like a super duper dark contour in the sense that it's like brown line and then red line for blush. So after I do that, I just take the extra product and a circular motion kind of blend it up on my cheekbones so that it isn't as stripy looking. So that's what we're working with right now. Do the same thing on the other side. And now you can kind of see the definition of my face. I'm going to take whatever product's left on my brush and hit the sides of my nose. I don't have a problem with my nose, so I don't do the nose contour like everybody else does. I don't see the point in it. Then I'm going to go back with my blush brush and go in with this middle shade right here, the one that I've really hit pan on. I'm going to take some of that. I'm going to do my forehead. And bring it down by my temples so that I have a little bit of color and shape in the face. Now that the face is pretty much done, I am going to take my favorite palette. You're gonna tell because it's so worn out. It's my Jaclyn Hill palette. It's the original. And I do my brows with eyeshadow. I already have pretty dark defined brows as it is, so I just like to fill it in just a little bit. So I actually open it and I take this shade and mix them together with this brush, this angled brush that has a spoolie on the end. And after I dab it in there, I go in and I fill in my eyebrows and then just kind of comb the product through. So I'm going to do that off camera real quick and come back. Brows are done. So like I said, I just use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I use the eyeshadow to just kind of fill them in a little bit. I don't carve them out with concealer, all of that. This is a very easy get ready with me, like an everyday tutorial. Hold on, my dog's ready to come in. Time out. Do you hear him barking? And we're back. He is inside. He is the cutest little thing I'm gonna have to show y'all in my next video. Oh my gosh, his name is Peanut. We adopted him. He's a cutie patootie. We love him. So now I'm gonna go in with the same Jaclyn Hill palette and just do a super easy eyeshadow tutorial. I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush, this one right here, and I'm gonna go in with this third shade. It's kind of just like a beige. So now that we're super zoomed in on my eyes, let's see. I'm gonna just lightly dust. I use windshield wiper motions to put that all over, just to give a little color on my eye, make it look like I tried harder than I did. And yeah, so see the difference? Just kind of blend it out and we can see the difference. So I'm just going to do this eye on camera and then do this eye off camera. Okay, so this is my favorite brush to use for the crease and my outer corner. So I'm just gonna, off camera, I have a little paper towel down here, so I'm just gonna clean off this brush a little bit, get some of that darker shadow off. And then I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. Can y'all see? This shade right here. It's kind of a reddish brown shade. There we go. It's kind of a reddish brown shade, but I like that in my crease. So we're gonna zoom in here and we're gonna start working with the crease. I'm gonna circle it out just a little bit, get a good blend going on. Now that that's in the crease, I'm gonna take that fluffy brush again and just kind of fluff it out wherever there might be some harsh lines. So now that's what we're looking like. Then after I do that, I'm gonna take this shade. It's a dark brown right here. I'm gonna plop that in the inner corner. Whoa, outer corner, not inner corner. That's definitely for light shades. So I'm just gonna take some on my brush. I'm gonna go in a circle, and then I'm just gonna kind of do like a, do you remember in school, I'm a math teacher, so do you remember like greater than? Let me zoom out. Ooh. You remember greater than and less than and all of that stuff? Just like the greater than sign. So the alligator mouth, that's the kind of motion that I do. So after I plop it in and I do a little circle, and I'm gonna do that greater than alligator mouth look, and then I'm just gonna flick it and just kind of going inward so that it all blends out. So that's what we're working with. Let me do the other eye off camera real quick. All right, so trust the process. This is how we're looking so far. And I'm gonna use this brush. I got it in like a kit, and it's got a lot of product on it because I use it for the same color every single day. It's called a chisel blender brush. And going into my favorite shade, it's the second one right here where I've hit pan. I'm gonna dab it in there, get product on it, just like that. And I'm gonna zoom y'all in, and we're gonna put that all over the lid. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm just gonna apply it more to the front because I don't wanna mess up the darkness that I've got going on here. So I'm gonna apply it more to the, I'm gonna apply it in the middle first and then work my way up to the front. And I don't go super far up to mess up that crease. Plus I have hooded eyes, so it doesn't, yeah, hooded eye problems. So whatever product's left on my brush now, I'm just gonna slightly drag it out so that it's not such a harsh line, like that. And that is the look. And these are the eyes. So I'm not feeling eyeliner for today's look. I want something kind of soft. So I'm gonna skip the eyeliner for today. Normally I would do eyeliner and falsies, but that's not the look I'm going for today. So I use the Loreal Telescopic mascara. It is my absolute favorite. We're gonna plop this on the lashes. So I like to, at the base, wiggle my brush and try to get a lot of product on there at the base. And when you do that, it can make it look like you're wearing eyeliner. And then I just go all over, and I try really hard not to get it on the lid, but my lashes are somewhat long, and that is a struggle. Okay, so now the lashes are done. I also do my bottom lashes, so it may look a little spattery. Don't judge me. It's what I like. So here is the final eye look. No eyeliner, no falsies, just mascara on the top and the bottom. Now I'm gonna do a super easy lip. Once again, everyday makeup tutorial. I'm not doing lip liner and lipsticks and all of that every single day. Not happening. So I'm just gonna take this Revolution lipstick. It's in a nice nude color. I actually don't know what color it is. Oh, it's called Chocolate Brownie. So I'm just gonna take that. Apply that Gives a little bit of color and a nice shine. And that is the final. Let me see if I can do something with my hair. Nope, my hair's not gonna work with me today. We're gonna tuck it back behind the ears. So that is the final makeup look. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. Nothing too fancy, pretty simple. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hopefully will be posting another video here in another couple days. But like I said, I am a teacher. I've got lots of grades to do, all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to post whenever I can. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.